Okay. Hello. I forgot to start Mortcam entirely. Hold on. See, there's always something. There's always something. Actually, I forgot to start chatbot and everything. How are y'all doing today? Whoops. And I started the emulator incorrectly. I'm doing so good. Hey, Cheville. How are ya? Chassis, left hand's nice to see ya. How you doing? Ignore the ad down in Mortcam. We'll get there. No, 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 not this. Not this. Having some breakfast. Lovely. I just had another donut because we still have donuts from yesterday. And I wanted to eat something before stream. Okay, I should start the game. I'm a little concerned isn't the right word. Suspicious of why it says that we have only played for 18 minutes. Because as I am sure you recall from last week, we played more than 18 minutes. Yes, the one donut. Still working it over. Are we thank you. I was like, are we gonna play this game or so it should have saved. I don't see why it wouldn't. I don't know where we're gonna be though. We should be right after drawbridge skip. Is what's supposed to be happening. So getting back into working on my never-ending stuff. I feel that. I mean, it says continue. Yeah, the other day I had a real hankering um for doing like a little sculpture thing. And I could tell it was one of the things where like I liked the idea of doing it more than I actually wanted to do it. So I just allowed myself to just like have fun, make a basic shape, and then it was like, okay, I feel better. Yeah, I mean, we're here at an alleged 7 or 18 minutes of playtime. I don't know why, but okay, let's go. Okay, hold on though. I'm gonna reset the timer. I tried to make the timer like match what we were supposed to be doing here. Just for funsies anyway, but technically we're not at barrel skip yet, so I'll split when we get there. Gotta take my ring off, always forget. Alright. So yeah, I guess enjoy the 60 FPS, and we'll see what else might be different. I'm still not 100% convinced it's the retail copy of 1.0. There's just been some little bit of weirdness. Whoops. But I guess we'll see. We'll just keep going. Maybe we'll get to the end and the cutscenes aren't there. I'm very excited for that possibility. Hey, buddy. So yeah, we're gonna go at the very least until we get another hard lock. I will decide at that point how far we've gone and whether we're gonna keep going, but I mean, we're gonna be here for at least a bit. I expect the next hard lock to be Um, right about when you tip the big jug over and it falls through the floor and you have to do dangly puzzle. I'm expecting a hard lock there in the sense that the fight afterwards is a common place for it to just like not work. Like the armors won't come to life, which usually isn't fine because, you know, or is fine because in the tasks we don't have them come to life either. But Trico like doesn't recognize that they're enemies, and so you can't proceed. Or I've had Trico zoop there, which zooping is when Trico just gets like pulled inexorably into the architecture. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a zoop at that point, but some people have made it through on 1.0 and had no problems with that place. So I guess we'll see. Yeah, I'm hoping for like something somewhere being missing. Truly, that's just what I want. Hey Trico, are you are you doing things? These bats are like really up in his face, which is not a normal thing. That's not a thing that usually happens. Wow, you did not need to run, but okay. He's got so many spears. But I want to leave the spears in because I kind of want them to mess with him. The spears can break his mesh. So, kind of want to leave it. But yeah, I mean, considering how well Trico responds just in general, this has to be, like, quite a late build, if not the retail build. Otherwise, you would expect, like, a lot of differences here. Come on, Trees. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, he was so close. Hello? Where did I go? Did I just, like, fall through Trico? Oh, I'm still here. Yes, I depatched again. So we are back to running on 1.0, which is why it looks so smooth. Trico's not normally able to shake that chain on the left. That was kind of interesting. He can hit it, but it doesn't do anything. Which maybe goes to show that there were some small changes in like the physics engine, because in the version of the game that I'm used to playing, that chain is under tension, right? So it doesn't jiggle when Trico touches it. Oh, can we not do this? I just went right through that. Well, I'll try again. Not only did I go right through that, but it gave me this checkpoint. Yeah, that chain is not supposed to be moving like that. I'm not locked out of trying rope jump just because I'm down here, thankfully. I can just painstakingly climb my way up to Trico's face. So it's possible that was an execution error on my part. Rope skip is not necessarily easy, but I did go like straight through it. I saw it intersect his arm, so... He's like, he did do a little reach. But he doesn't really have the magnet hands that you would expect. He probably does from here. Yeah, he does from there. See, it does me no good to run the splits, because here I am just like putzing around experimenting with things. Like, this is not a speedrun. So I wonder, like, what element they would have had to change between this version and the final version that resulted in something just as basic as that chain doesn't move anymore, you know? Which has no impact on gameplay. Because when we were climbing up the well earlier, after helmet skip, I noted that the chain moved the same way as I expected, and I found that a little unusual. I expected it to be a little different. There, like, perfect. Yeah, he won't do it. He won't do it in this version. That was perfect. He phased right through it. That's so interesting. Okay, well. Onward. So he will do it from here. It's physics. It's physics. Because we see that in action even in 1.3 retail version. Sometimes the physics is like too much and the boy won't grab something that normally he should be grabbing. And that's why sometimes, very rarely, you can kind of get like wedged between Trico and a wall. And something about how it calculates the momentum and everything. You just get like shot out like an ice cube and you just go rocketing. Or sometimes you just, you know, get sheared off of Trico's body or whatever when that shouldn't be allowed to happen. So it seems like that calculation is more sensitive here. Red Hazard, hello, how are you doing? Nice to see you. I'm doing well, thank you. Oh, I should have split that. Right, so I'm not sure if it's the game or the frame rate. In order to test that, we would have to patch... No, we would have to play 1.0 on PS4. Because then we would have 1.0, but no 60 FPS. We would have 30. Because I could see, you know, with, oh god, the timing of this is so different. It's slower. It's very weird. The boy is moving faster, but the timing of actually executing that is slower. Right, exactly. If it's running physics per frame. Because we see the boy moving faster, and we see, you know, barrels and things bouncing more aggressively. So I would believe that the boy needs to do less in order to prompt that really aggressive, like, I can't hold on anymore response. Also, it's interesting that despite what we were just talking about, this rope run is the same. He won't do this faster. Yes, 1.0 retail will still have higher frame rate as long as you play on PS5. And obviously we don't know about what the game would be like higher than 60 because we have nothing that can run this at higher than 60, so... Hey Alu, nice to see ya! How you been? How did your stream go the other day? I meant to check in, and then we ended up getting in the car and going somewhere. Where did we go? Oh, we went to Goodwill to get Husbando new clothes. For work. Trico did not... Uh-oh! Things have happened! We got zooped. So that was a zoop. That's when Trico gets pulled... Oh, whoa! Something is weird around here. Zooping is when Trico gets pulled really aggressively into the environment. It usually kind of spaghettifies him. I have some clips of Trico's neck being like 6 times too long. It's gonna happen again then. Because the boy just The boy got zooped, but he recovered. Here we go. Where are we going? Wee! Oh no! Trico's got broken ears! Just like I was talking about. Oh, he's still going. We survived! Our Trico's broken, but we survived. Oh yeah, his wings are all messed up. Okay, Trico, just get me where I need to go and we'll get to a checkpoint, buddy. I'm afraid to move. Okay, so Trico was long for a hot second. He's okay. Mr. Floppy Ears. So you can see like his mesh is broken now, right? Which is why this is happening. This Trico feels more functioning than retail. Could try world record hunting again? Well, good luck. I believe in you. Trico, are you fixed? Did I fix Trico by unloading him? By not looking at him entirely? Because he's definitely fixed. And it wasn't just during the cutscene that he was fixed. He was fixed when I looked down. Because we know that that's how the game works. That's why runners don't look up at the ceiling during dangly. Because it despawns the ceiling and it makes it easier for his tail to come down. Oh, are we gonna fall like twice as fast? And he's not gonna be able to grab me? I am going pretty fast. Rico. Help! Okay. That whole scene happened in like slightly faster time, but I guess he was still just doing the calculations alright. Dragon Sage, how you doing? Good to see ya. Okay, well I'm here, so sure. You good, Trico? You figured things out. We survived, buddy. We made it without having to patch. So in some cases, when Trico zoops, there's just nothing you can do. Like, no matter how many times you run that little scenario, he'll always zoop the same way. In this case, it was just kind of a lucky physics thing. That when he zooped, the game was able to kind of put him back where he belonged and we could continue. So if you get Trico zoops, for instance, at Lake, right at the beginning of the game, you're done for. Because he will always zoop the same way. He'll always disappear through a specific, like, seam in the environment. And he will not come back. So you have to uninstall and reinstall, usually. The game might take advantage of the movement you do there to spawn him where he'll look good for the next cutscene. I think, yeah, a lot of it has to do with, like, the space allowed for him to stand. Because on Lake, he has one location. He has, like, a mark where he has to stand. And it seems as though the game cannot put him back there after he zoops, right? Which is why he's just gone forever. Whereas here, Trico has some kind of, like, left to right flexibility in exactly where he's standing to make that jump. He can be facing a little bit sideways or whatever. Whereas he comes into a scripted position at Lake and won't move from that position until you solve the puzzle. So it kind of doesn't surprise me that this one was fixable and the one at Lake wasn't. Is it me or the spears shinier? I'm not sure. Well, maybe they are shinier. You mean the broken parts? They're definitely jitterier, right? Because again, they're calculating it like twice as fast. And there was some visual artifacting there when that cutscene triggered. I don't know if you noticed it. Some visual artifacting in the sky. The shadows aren't quite handling themselves right on Trico there. And I'm sure that's just a frame rate thing, but I want to see it switch times of day again, because that was cool. That happened during the cutscene after the first launch in the cage. Whoa! Prompt. We were still in control there? Where would we have been? I was on Trico in that moment. If I had known that was coming, could I have jumped off of Trico? No, they would have just... It would have just teleported me to this, surely. It would have just spawned me here. In the tree. Otherwise, the game would just break. Noticed that earlier when you were in a dark environment, it wasn't even sure they were spears because of how bright they looked. Huh. Oh, I seriously doubt Vine Skip would work, but I would be happy to try it. I don't think Vine Skip will work for the same reason that the rope grab didn't work. Because Vine Skip is already finicky. With like where the death plane is and where it calculates your velocity and everything. And it's gonna do the physics wrong because we're at 60. And so I think it's either going to say that I die like way earlier, or it's just never gonna let me grab the vines even if I touch them. I think that's more likely. But we can certainly try. Maybe a clip to White Tower. I had a dream like that once. I had a dream. It was like a couple days before my very first Frame Fatales run. I was doing Last Guardian any percent. And yeah, I was really excited because it was like my first ever appearance on the GDQ channel. Come on, Dreeks. Whoa, his tail went really far. And I had a dream. Because if you are familiar, well, I say familiar, what I mean is like super speedrunner familiar with the like geography of Last Guardian, you know that endgame, the fight with the other Trico. Oh, okay. That was not where I meant to grab, but you know what? We're here. We grabbed something. But the geography of Last Guardian, the fight where you do the other Trico, the entryway to that fight is directly above, like very, very far above, where you do drawbridge skip. So in my dream, something ridiculous happened during drawbridge skip, and it shot me just like way up into the air, and I grabbed the area with the other Trico. Trico. Hello? He's up there. Hi. Did I break you by coming down here without you? Oh, okay. That was a possibility, I suppose. So yeah, in my dream, I saved like an hour and a half off of the any percent in a live performance at Frame Fatales. And I was just like, I have to finish the run. I have to finish the run. Can I get Trico down here? Or is he just broken? Hi! Oh no, he's straight broken. He's straight up broken. You can see his ears through his face. So no, he's not coming down. Because he's just wrangled. I should have hit a checkpoint upon entering the room with the barrel. I didn't. It didn't give me... It gave me the checkpoint up here, but not the checkpoint for being in the room. So, excuse me, Trico. Move your butt. I want to do this again, because that was the appropriate setup for Vine Skip, which, okay. I mean, it still did it. But now is he just broken? No, he's coming this time. So, what? What was the difference? Wait, yeah, no, there he is. Okay. Yeah, I skipped too good the first time. What? I mean, the difference was I jumped off of his back instead of off the ledge. One was much higher than the other. So did it think that I circumvented something because I started higher or something? Also, that barrel skip is so much easier at 60. That's like a non-issue at 60 FPS. Yeah, I grabbed the wall, but I still ended up on the floor. And in order to be in this room, I would have had to step on the trigger for the cutscene or the checkpoint in this room, which is weird. Although it is true that it doesn't like for you to skip checkpoints. So I don't know. We've had borked Trico multiple times, and we've only been here 30 minutes. We're heading up to Jug, though, so we'll see. I really, really want to get zooped again. Did it not trigger the dialogue? I wasn't even paying attention. I was more focused on grabbing the wall. Yeah, the dialogue that says, like, I recognize this place and how far we've fallen. We've been here before. Because this is the room by Hodor. Yeah, that's interesting because you shouldn't be able to skip that trigger. The criteria for that trigger should be you touch the ground outside of the room with the barrel. So maybe they expanded it? Like expanded where the trigger can be hit in retail? I'm interested to see if this works. It should. Yeah. But the other interesting thing is that Trico broke. And it's kind of like a chicken and egg thing, right? Like, did nothing work after I jumped because Trico broke? Or did Trico break because I broke things in some way, right? Because he physically broke. His face was wrong. I'm interested to see. Whoopsie. I'm gonna reset, actually. The checkpoint is right behind me. Because I'm interested to see. I have a suspicion that the armors behave a little bit differently here. Not here as in this location, but here as in on this 1.0 disc. And I want to see if it still lets me knock him out the window. Yep, it does. I figured either because of faster frame rate or because of some rules that they had established, they would stop him from being able to be flung out the window like that. Hey, Stocky, nice to see ya. How you doing? Here you go. Hey, buddy. Help? Fight's over, Treeks. I can tell because that invisible wall's gone. Calm down, buddy. Calm. Okay, now I'm gonna run around here for just a second. Yeah, I'm like intentionally wasting time. Bye, Trico. Just wanted to pop out the other side. Don't follow me, dude. Switch light with a shattered screen. Like, are you gonna fix the screen? I would have to assume. Yes, we're trying for poops. That is exactly what's happening. Oh, hi. Jeez. Well, he certainly knew that this barrel was coming. Rico, the stairs are a weird place for you to eat this. Can we not? Hey, what are you distracted by? Buddy. Can you stop? Okay, here. Go down there. Go get it. He'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, if you have the I don't want to say confidence, but you have the belief that you can fix the screen, that's definitely worth it. I'm not super good at things like that. Depends on what it is. Like, I can be handy sometimes, but... Aww. Hopefully it was an accident. Things like that are sad. I'm one of those people that has like a strong affinity for... Oh, I should have split this like a million years ago. I'm one of those people that has a really strong affinity for inanimate objects. You know what I mean? Like I will pick the mug out of the back of the cupboard because it hasn't been used for a while and I don't want it to feel lonely. You know what I mean? It's like, I do still like this mug, I promise, just because I haven't used it for a while. So, things like that make me sad for sure. Sounds like it was an accident? That's good. One of my least favorite things in life is when there's like there's a certain kind of feeling that I get, and I don't even know what emotion it is. Like malcontent, perturbedness. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but when there's a really strong juxtaposition between two opposing emotions, usually happiness and anger. So, for example, if I am out in public and I see someone, let's just say a couple, fighting, and they're really angry at each other, and they're shouting, and they're so angry, but let's just say the woman is wearing like a happy shirt, you know, it's got like a smiley face or something. Something about that specific scene really, really elicits an emotional response more than just the fact that they're angry or just the fact that, oh, she's wearing a cute shirt, you know? It's those things together that really will make me notice and have whatever this weird emotion is, you know? And so similar thing, Stocky, like it would make a difference to me whether the person broke the screen on accident or broke it on purpose. Because it's more not poignant, but more something if somebody got the Switch as a gift for that person and then they were angry and broke the screen versus it being an accident, right? I don't know how to describe the feeling. Does anybody else get that feeling? Totally sounds like a small child. I'm glad. Well, I mean, I'm not glad that the Switch is broken, but I'm glad that it was, you know, an accident, and he probably feels really bad, you know. Poor kid. Whoa! Okay. Okay. I'm so excited because we're in the thick of it now. Because I told you that this was the area where the game can get kind of wonky if you're not running on a stable 1.3, so... I hope that we get a hard lock here, is what I'm saying. Also, is that bucket, like, way further down in here than it normally is? It could have honestly set you back up. That would be a task thing, man. Imagine. Imagine just whoop and back up through the ceiling. Don't have to wait for the tail or anything. I'm sure the game wouldn't let me proceed because there's 2 checkpoints that have to do with the tail, so... It would be like, nah, you skipped these. You can't do this. Dragon Sage with the boop. Yeah, this jug is not right. This is not what the jug looks like. I don't think that it's wrong in the sense that, like, it messed up. I think they probably just changed the positioning of it. In a patch or before the release or something. Because that's not what the jug looks like, usually. So yeah, we look down at the water so that all the scaffolding and stuff doesn't spawn. Ooh, help me. And that makes it easier for Trico's tail to come down. It's fairly common for those jugs to move. That wasn't unusual. Okay, okay, come on. Hard lock me. It jittered for a minute. It can really happen anytime between, like, now and when this fight up here is over, depending. And it can happen in a variety of ways. I want something to happen. I'm actually gonna push this just so we can look at Trico in case he goes flying. Even though pushing is like a horrible way to do this, as you can see. It's so much easier to maneuver this box in 60 though. For real. Hi, Trico. Are you gonna not be weird? I mean, that's okay. That is entirely your right, my friend, to just function as intended. I think the most complicated tech thing that I've ever done. What? Why are you being so mouthy? You're hungry. Sit down. I think the most complicated tech thing I've ever done was an old MP3 player, which I still have and it still works. I love that thing. It was getting to the point where, you know, the headphones were getting all crackly. So I popped it open and I originally tried like gluing down the socket bit of it so that it would stop doing that. But that didn't entirely work, so I felt so smart. I cut off a piece of like a, you know, one of those expandy foam earplugs so that it was just right and put it on top of that little socket where you plug the headphone jack in, and it perfectly like expanded around it once I closed the case to keep it like nice and in place. And my MP3 player has been fine ever since. So nothing happened. We made it through there, which I'm surprised, to be honest. It has now been 15 minutes since Trico has been truly borked, and that is well too long. So we gotta do something here. Yeah, no, soldering intimidates me, because with electronics, if you do it wrong, it's just ruined, you know? It's not like sculpting, where it's like, oh no, I did the proportions wrong, now I just have to sit here and fix it, you know? Oh! It's happened! We've done it! Okay, music still happened, which is kind of weird. I'm still, like, in control. Which is weird. Okay, I'm gonna let it go, because now the music is as if we had made it up to the top. This is the point where Trico grabs me, throws me on his back. And the music is chilling, so I'm wondering if the game is like trying to put me there and it can't quite figure out how, because that space should be open. Unless that space doesn't exist yet, because we're not looking at it and because we haven't technically passed the trigger. So those are not two separate tracks of music, which is interesting. I always thought that they were. Or, I mean, they might be, but they're one cues in the other. They're connected, is my point. So I'm gonna because it doesn't seem like anything that I'm doing is gonna be able to fix this. So let's see what it thinks has occurred. We should just be at the door. Oh dear. Hello? Trico? Um, well, is this better or worse? So it genuinely doesn't know what has happened. Why would this be happening? Why can't okay. So we should have triggered the checkpoint up past this cutscene. We should have triggered the checkpoint up where Trico throws us onto his back. Yes, this is proper died. So I'm going to turn the game off. Next, we're going to see if that perhaps fixes it. Because this is my game theory, okay? Once you start that cutscene, obviously we don't really know what happens, like, if you just ruin it in the middle. But I let, hypothetically, everything except for the physics play out through the checkpoint. It should have played out up through Trico grabs me, he jumps up, he jumps again, and he lands on the thing outside of Coliseum, and then he throws me on his back and keeps going. And the throws me on his back thing is the checkpoint. As soon as Trico's feet touch that thing, that's the checkpoint. So technically you can reset during the cutscene if you want to, once Trico touches that. But I guess since only some of the game arrived there, it is having a hard time loading that from checkpoint. So we didn't just fail to load entirely from continue, since it's playing this. But we might just get a black screen again. In which case, if we do, I'm not sure that patching to 1.3 is going to fix it. We got to load. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is where I this is where I expected that it was going to put me at first, because it wasn't able to load the thing correctly, right? I mean, that's what I expected to happen, but clearly it was trying to load me at the next checkpoint. Do you not have audio? I have audio from my TV. I haven't checked in OBS because maybe oh, accidentally muted. Well, all right, I expect it to happen again. Yep. Okay, so we're hard locked here. And if I just restart, I'm not gonna let Trico get to that checkpoint. It doesn't care, it seems. Okay. Whatever you say. Alright, so we're gonna patch. I need to close the game in order to do that, but... So we'll patch it and we'll get past that section. I told you we were gonna play until at least another hard lock. So give it just a little minute here. It still says that I've only played for 18 minutes. What on earth? Okay, somebody take a screenshot here. Right here that shows that I played 18 minutes and have the platinum trophy. We could submit that for plat %. Nobody will ever beat my world record. I guess let's pause the splits, not like it matters anyway. Can you? Hello? Please? Can we download the patch? I connected to the internet, didn't I? Yeah? That's my, my network name, by the way. Hoosmagoose. Okay. If I, like, start the game, can you realize I'm playing it and we can patch here? Thank you. It doesn't take very long, so... So this is my download speed, by the way. This is going faster than I expected, but as you can see, we are not going very fast. And I have fiber internet. I understand that fiber's fast only really when you like physically connect it, but it's really just the PlayStation. PlayStation downloads slower than any of my other devices. Yeah, no, it's not horrible. I wish that PlayStation would be just a little bit faster, you know? When it takes an hour and a half to install Final Fantasy, you know? But hey, the upload speeds are nice. Upload speed's like 300 now, and it used to be 20. And it's cheaper. Okay, surely it'll let me through, right? Because now we're going to be at 30 FPS. I guess it just got really overwhelmed by all the physics there with all the collapsing everything, which would lead me to believe that there would be another hard lock at White Tower right after White Tower skip. In fact, we know that sometimes it has a hard time with that because Stocky, you were even here when, remember, Boy was doing the animations of Trico grabbing him, but Trico wasn't, and he ended up getting like rocketed off into the distance like a bowling ball. I have a clip of that. I think we'll be able to progress. I don't think that we have like permanently. Oh wait, but I'm still at 60. Why am I still at 60? And why did I just? What's happening? Okay, so it hasn't applied the patch yet. It looks like I don't know. Maybe the existence of the patch, the slight aroma of the patch in the background will be sufficient. Oh yeah, remember splits or the run is invalid. You're right. How could I? That armor like got in my way. Can I like let it do some physics for a second? Okay, well there I just died. So it is clearly perfectly fine doing the physics. It's just not fine spawning Trico behind me. Because that's the other thing, is that Trico actually spawns behind you. Once you stop looking at him here, he doesn't exist anymore. Like right now, Trico's gone. He's not in existence for this entire time. It's not like he's running up top, you know, and doing all these jumps. And then like right there, Trico spawns. So something is getting hung up with putting Trico into the game. But now when we start it again, it should have 1.3 applied. Yeah, see, so it's been updated, so you know, I contemplated whether we would be able to get to the end of the game today. We are not even close to Cage. Oh god, Cage on 1.0 is a trip. Because you've got that Cage, right? Doing like double the physics calculations every second. It's much easier to go flying in that Cage. There's also, I have that wonderful clip, I would have to find it again, of the boy just like being in the cage. I didn't move, like the cage opened and the boy is just getting knocked around like the cage is flying through the air, but the cage is just completely still on the ground. And you can't like stop him from doing that. He's just bouncing around. It's fantastic. All right, all right. It's gonna work this time. It's gonna work. Because it said updated. We are playing on 1.3. Technically it's 1.03, I think, but... Come on, Trico! Yeah, so it's already working. And we made it. We have done it. Grab me, buddy. Whee! I was very close to dying there. Thanks for hanging out, Shabil. Appreciate you. I really want to do Kahlo and stuff at 1.0, like starting from right here. But that would require me to immediately patch back to 1.0. So, which means like completely taking the game out of the console, uninstalling it, and reinstalling it. And just the reinstall is gonna take like 10 to 15 minutes. So, oh bless you, Trico. Big yawn. Big yawn. So probably, since it's been about an hour, we're just gonna leave it there, and then next time that we do this, I'll have it at 1.0, and we'll just start from right here. Because Kahlo, like, I really want to see, you know, on 1.0, because we've got the... Don't leave without me, buddy. We've got the... Hey, Trico. Okay, bye. We've got the, you know, armor despawn glitch. We've got obviously lots of shenanigans possible with that, like the cart thing. I want to see what happens with like the water puzzles, and so I don't want to go past any of this in 1.3 because we know it works in 1.3. Nobody cares, right? So I would apologize for the short stream, but I am by nature a short streamer. Anyway, so let's see who's streaming. Zojalix, you stopped streaming. That's sad. You has been submitting Last Guardian runs, speed runs. It's been very exciting. Done some bad ending. So I wanted to raid him, but he has gone offline, sadly. We raided Airy not that long ago. Hypno was... Yeah, okay. We're raiding Hypno because I know that he was really excited about this. Hypno is the Crash Team Racing speedrunner who also does like Croc and occasionally just Crash and stuff. But there's a Crash Team Racing prototype that has never been seen before that Hypno is currently streaming, and I know he was really excited about that. So I am gonna throw you over to Hypno. He is wonderful. So say hi to him when you get over there. Thanks for hanging out, everybody, for this goofy nonsense. On Thursday, we're just gonna have like a just chatting stream. It's gonna be super chill, but we're gonna be hanging out at Morph Market, which is the world's like premier how you like get reptiles from other people if you're looking for specific reptiles. So we're just gonna be looking at cute reptile pictures all stream is what we're gonna be doing, and like chatting, and it's gonna be fun and relaxed. So that's Thursday. Mort Market, if only. So I will see you all on Thursday. Say hi to Hypno when you get over there. Appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Bye.